Gillibrand?
I said, look at the campaign contributions from this industry.
Do you think they've bought her?
No, I said, look at the campaign
You
contributions.
said they bought her. Do you think they bought her?
Senator, you need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter.
You called one of my
you
colleagues
were quoting
a crook,
what a Marxist in Chicago said about
And what evidence do you
make
have
no
that she's a
sense.
crook?
I said there is massive amount of campaign contributions coming into this Congress from the crypto industry.
Do you want to apologize to Senator Gillibrand?
I do not want you to have to apologize for passing legislation that destroys our economy.
Gillibrand for calling
you are distorting what I said, just like you did in the last hearing. You're wasting everybody's time, Senator.
You're a whack job.
Senator,
what's up, Patriots?
You are
Welcome back to the channel, where we speak the truth, defend liberty, and call out DC madness for what it is. Today, we're reacting to a Senate hearing on digital assets, and more specifically, we're going to talk about how Senator John Kennedy once again stood up, cut through the bull, and called out the nonsense with that Louisiana bluntness we all love. So before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the bell. All right, so you've got this hearing on digital assets like crypto, DeFi, blockchain, and it's a total mess. There's bickering, name-calling, professors and lawyers patting themselves on the back, and everybody wants to sound smarter than the next. But Senator Kennedy, he shows up like a voice of reason. He listens. He doesn't pretend to know it all. He admits what every honest American is thinking. We in Congress don't know as much about this as the professionals do, and I'm worried we're going to get this wrong. That's honesty. Folks, that's humility mixed with wisdom, and we don't get a lot of that in D.C. these days. Kennedy isn't saying, let's regulate the heck out of crypto. He's saying, let's not screw this up by writing 236-page disasters written by lobbyists and lawyers. He's not anti-innovation. He's pro-accountability. And when he points out that Congress can't even pass a basic internet privacy law, he hits the nail on the head.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've listened with great interest today, and here's what I hear you saying. The four folks to my left, I hear you saying that digital assets are different. Digital assets hold great promise. Digital assets need special rules. I agree with that. The obvious question is, what should those rules be, and to what extent should we allow you to draft them? I've also heard some of you say that digital assets represent the next generation of the internet. Well, we let the current generation of the internet draft their own rules, and frankly, it looks like what we got as a result looks like somebody knocked over a urine sample. Congress can't even agree on basic legislation dealing with privacy on the internet. How the hell are we going to tackle this?
That's not weakness. That's a patriot with his eyes wide open. We don't need more clueless lawmakers pretending to be tech experts. We need more John Kennedys. People who are willing to ask the tough questions, push back on bad ideas, and most importantly, defend the people.
But I hear what you're saying. I hear Mr. Painter, as usual, if you follow him on social media, you know, all politicians are crooks. Very helpful. I want to direct most of my questions to Professor Massad. Is that how you say your name?
Massad.
Mr. Massad. I'm really worried we're going to get this wrong. We don't know, we in Congress and our staffs don't know as much as the professionals in digital assets know. And I don't see how we can possibly catch up. Tell me more about your idea of having the SEC Well, first, I don't want to run out of time here, but why is the digital assets industry so scared of being regulated by the SEC?
Well, I think we need to step back, Senator. and first of all,
Briefly, please.
They don't want everything treated as a security because they don't want that entire framework to apply. But that's also because the SEC did fail to try to customize its rules to adapt for this technology, and it should do that. And you've got leadership at the agencies now who are working on those things.
You're suggesting that we turn to two of our agencies, one of which is the SEC, and say, you have expertise. Before we take a crack at a bill, you come up with a bill, with rules, with regulations. Tell us how to do this. Because I hear you saying in some cases digital assets are commodities, in some cases they're securities.
Congress needs to fill the gap, which is if it's not a security, who's going to create a regulatory framework for it? So you do need to fill that. But these questions about exactly which is when is it a security, when is it not a security, how do we customize the rules, what should we do about DeFi, a lot of that should really be left to the agencies. You could establish some principles, but I wouldn't write detailed rules.
Have you looked, Professor, at Congressman Hill's legislation?
I have in detail.
What do you think?
I think it's got a lot of problems. I think it's 236 pages of regulatory arbitrage opportunities for creative lawyers, and I used to be one that did that kind of stuff.
Made a lot of money, did you?
I did, but...
Yeah. Mr. Painter, do you think Senator Gillibrand is a crook?
No, and I do not think all politicians are crooks.
And why did you call her a crook?
I did not call her a crook. Now, Ms. Senator, you need to focus on this bill.
Right,
you're doing this again. You did it the last hearing. You need to read the bill.
Role in stablecoin regulation, $217,000 in crypto donations. You tweeted that.
Yes, I do.
And then you said, the crypto industry is buying Congress and the White House. This won't end well. Why do you think the crypto industry is buying Senator Gillibrand?
I said, look at the campaign contributions from this industry.
You think they've bought her?
No, I said, look at the campaign contributions.
You said they bought her. Do you think they bought her?
Senator, you need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter.
Last time, one of my
you were
colleagues
quoting what a Marxist in Chicago said about
And what evidence do you have
no
that she's
sense.
a crook?
I said there is massive amount of campaign contributions coming into this Congress from the crypto industry.
Do you want to apologize to Senator Gillibrand?
I do not want you to have to apologize for passing legislation
Do you want to
that
apologize
destroys
to
our
Senator
economy.
Gillibrand for calling
You
her
are
crook?
distorting what I said, just like you did in the last hearing. You're wasting everybody's time, Senator.
You're a whack job.
Senator,
You are
are
a
wasting.
Well, I think we are.
next
I
level
think we.
whack job.
I think we
Is
are.
this middle school, Senator?
Senators and witness. Thank you both.
I think
for
you
your
should apologize, Senator.
I think,
Gillibrand.
Senator, you're wasting our time. This is not middle school.
Thank you for your participation. I will say that Senator Smith is next.
And let's talk about the guy taking shots at Kennedy. In quote ethics expert, Mr. Painter. This guy has the gall to sit in front of Congress, throw around accusations, and then squirm when Kennedy puts the heat on. Kennedy asks him straight up, do you think Senator Gillibrand is a crook? And Painter dodges, backpedals, and cries foul when he's challenged. Folks, Kennedy wasn't attacking. He was calling out the hypocrisy. If you're going to accuse people of being bought by crypto lobbyists, then back it up or sit down. Don't go on Twitter throwing bombs and then get upset when someone holds you accountable for your words. That's why Senator Kennedy is dangerous to the establishment, because he doesn't play their games. Now, let's not get confused here. Kennedy isn't a crypto hater. He's not trying to shut down innovation. He's asking, what are we regulating? Who gets to decide the rules? And who's watching the regulators? That is the kind of oversight we need. He's pushing back against the SEC's overreach, reminding us that just because crypto is new doesn't mean we throw out the Constitution and let unelected suits write their own rule book. He's defending you and me, The average American who doesn't want to wake up one day and find out our digital wallet has been frozen because some Ivy League appointee wrote a secret memo. Look, love crypto, hate it, or don't understand it. This hearing was a clear reminder that we need more Senator John Kennedys in Washington. We need leaders who will asterisk call out the phonies, asterisk stand up for transparency, asterisk and put the American people first. That's what this country was built on. And that's what we're fighting for every single day. So if you believe in liberty, limited government, and good old-fashioned common sense, please hit that subscribe button, Patriots. We got a country to save, and it starts with watching these hearings with our eyes wide open. Leave a comment down below. Backhand index pointing right, do you trust the SEC with crypto? Backhand index pointing right, do you think Kennedy was right to push back? Backhand index pointing right, or are we heading toward another government overreach disaster? Let me know your thoughts, because I read everyone. Until next time, stay free, stay bold, and God bless America. We don't bend the knee. We stand tall, chin up, and we raise the flag.